For years, the battle between Ripple and the SEC has been one of the most intense legal fights in the crypto world. It all started in December 2020 when the SEC filed a lawsuit against Ripple, accusing the company of selling XRP as an unregistered security. This single lawsuit sent shockwaves through the market, causing XRP's price to crash and leading many exchanges to delist it. The uncertainty around the case kept investors on edge, with some fearing that Ripple could face massive fines or even be forced to shut down its operations in the US. But Ripple didn't back down. Instead, they fought back hard, arguing that XRP is not a security, but a digital asset, just like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Over the years, Ripple gained momentum in court, securing several key victories that weakened the SEC's case. Judges ruled in Ripple's favor on major points, such as the fact that XRP itself is not a security when traded on secondary markets. These rulings put the SEC in a tough position, making it clear that their case was losing ground. And now, the SEC has finally caved, marking a huge victory, not just for Ripple, but for the entire crypto industry. But what exactly forced the SEC to surrender, and what does this mean for XRP's future? Let's break it all down. The SEC's surrender didn't happen overnight. It was the result of mounting pressure, legal setbacks, and Ripple's relentless fight for regulatory clarity. Over the past year, the SEC's case against Ripple started to crumble, with key court rulings going against them. One of the biggest blows came when the judge ruled that XRP sales on secondary markets like exchanges were not securities. This completely undermined the SEC's main argument, making it clear that they had no solid legal ground to stand on. As Ripple continued to gain the upper hand, the SEC found itself in an increasingly difficult position. If they continued the lawsuit, they risked setting a legal precedent that could weaken their control over the crypto industry. At the same time, public opinion turned against the SEC, with many investors and even lawmakers criticizing their inconsistent approach to crypto regulation. Facing the risk of a complete courtroom defeat, the SEC had no choice but to back down. Whether it was a full dismissal, a settlement, or a quiet withdrawal, one thing is clear: Ripple has won this battle, and the implications for XRP are massive. Now, with the legal uncertainty gone, XRP is free to move forward without the fear of regulatory restrictions. The big question now is, how will this impact XRP's price, and could we see a major breakout in the coming weeks? Let's take a look at the market reaction and what analysts are predicting for XRP's future. The moment news broke that the SEC had surrendered, XRP's price reacted instantly. Investors who had been waiting on the sidelines saw this as the green light to jump back in, and the buying pressure skyrocketed. Within hours, trading volume surged as confidence returned to the market. Exchanges that had previously delisted XRP started reconsidering their stance, and institutional investors who were once hesitant due to regulatory uncertainty began showing renewed interest. This wasn't just another price pump. This was a signal that XRP was finally free from the chains that had been holding it back for years. But the real question is, how high can XRP go now that the lawsuit is behind it? Some analysts believe that without legal uncertainty, XRP could quickly reclaim its previous all-time high of $3.84. Others are predicting that with institutional adoption and increased real utility, XRP could push beyond $10 in the next major bull run. If Ripple continues expanding its partnerships with banks and payment providers, the demand for XRP could skyrocket, potentially making it one of the most valuable digital assets in the financial world. However, while the long-term outlook is bullish, short-term volatility is always a possibility. Some traders may take profits after the initial price surge, leading to brief pullbacks. But with regulatory clarity now in place, XRP has a solid foundation for growth. The key now is watching how institutions respond, how quickly exchanges relist XRP, and what new partnerships Ripple announces in the coming months. The potential for XRP has never been stronger, but what happens next will determine if this is just the beginning of an even bigger rally. Now, let's take a look at how this victory affects the broader crypto industry and whether the SEC will change its approach to digital assets moving forward. Ripple's victory over the SEC isn't just a win for XRP holders. It could change the entire crypto industry. For years, the SEC has been cracking down on digital assets without clear guidelines, creating confusion and uncertainty for investors and blockchain companies. But now that Ripple has fought back and won, The SEC's authority over crypto is being questioned like never before. If XRP is not a security, what does this mean for other cryptocurrencies that have been targeted? Could this case set a legal precedent that forces the SEC to change its entire approach to crypto regulation? Many legal experts believe this ruling will make it harder for the SEC to go after other blockchain projects in the same way they did with Ripple. It also sends a strong message to regulators. They can't just classify digital assets as securities without clear laws to back them up. This could push lawmakers to create new, more transparent regulations for the crypto industry, giving investors and companies the clarity they've been waiting for. At the same time, this case has opened the door for other crypto companies to challenge the SEC in court. If Ripple was able to fight back and win, other projects might start resisting the SEC's claims instead of settling. This could weaken the SEC's grip on crypto and shift the power dynamic in favor of innovation and adoption. The biggest impact of this case could be on institutional adoption. Now that XRP has regulatory clarity, banks, payment providers, and large financial institutions may feel more confident integrating it into their systems. This could lead to massive partnerships, real-world use cases, and a surge in demand that drives XRP's price even higher. The SEC's surrender is not just a momentary victory. It could mark the beginning of a new era for cryptocurrency, one where regulation is clear, adoption accelerates, and digital assets finally get the recognition they deserve. But what's next for Ripple, and how will they capitalize on this victory? Let's break down Ripple's next moves and what they mean for the future of XRP. With the SEC finally out of the way, Ripple is now in the strongest position it has ever been. Without legal battles slowing them down, they can fully focus on expanding their partnerships, increasing adoption, and pushing XRP into mainstream finance. Ripple has already built relationships with hundreds of financial institutions worldwide, but now, with regulatory clarity, even more banks and payment providers may feel comfortable integrating XRP into their systems. This could lead to a surge in transaction volume, making XRP one of the most widely used digital assets for cross-border payments. One of Ripple's biggest goals has been to position XRP as a bridge currency for central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. Many countries are exploring their own digital currencies, and Ripple's technology is already being tested for these initiatives. With the lawsuit behind them, Ripple can now move forward with these partnerships without the fear of regulatory pushback. If major central banks choose Ripple's technology to facilitate CBDC transactions, XRP's demand could skyrocket, driving its price even higher. Another major area of growth is institutional investment. Hedge funds, asset managers, and major financial firms have avoided XRP due to the uncertainty surrounding the lawsuit. Now that this barrier is gone, institutional money could start flowing into XRP, just like we've seen with Bitcoin and Ethereum. This could increase liquidity, stabilize the price, and make XRP a key asset in the broader crypto market. But perhaps the most exciting opportunity is the potential for XRP to be relisted on major exchanges. During the lawsuit, many platforms like Coinbase and Kraken delisted XRP to avoid regulatory issues. Now that the case is settled, these exchanges could soon bring XRP back, allowing millions of investors to buy, sell,